Hello friends, my name is AleXarcs and welcome back to some more Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 Remake. In this video, I'm going to be talking you through my strategy for beating the Legend Score Expert Challenge on Suburbia. This challenge requires you to score over 2.4 million in a 2-minute session or single combo on the Suburbia level. Assist mods must be disabled. Your reward is the Suburbia Legend deck, which is a mirror finish deck with a reflection of the Suburbia level in it. This one looks quite plain and boring until you turn it round and you can then get a full frontal view of the haunted mansion. In this video, I'm not going to be talking about my basic strategy or my character and his stats and tricks. If you do want to see that, you can check it out in the first video from my Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 series. I have left a link to this and also a link to the full playlist of all these Tony Hawk's 3 and 4 levels in the description below. Suburbia. To start off with, we're going to turn around and get our special meter filled. We want to go through the underside of the mansion here and do a special trick over to the right over the wall. Revert and then manual to the left. We're then going to special level out right, grind, jump to the right, land in a manual and then special level out right. Hold grind up until this point here where we will jump to the right, land in a manual and then special level out to the right. Once again, we're going to grind, and this now forms our little loop that we're going to repeat over and over again. This loop is rather powerful. You generate huge amounts of base score by running it. However, there are a few technical details that need to be addressed. Here on this quarter, if you special level out to the left, it is very difficult to pull off this wall plant to save it. If you don't pull that wall plant, you will drop the combo. The timing of the grind here can also be quite tricky. You need to make sure you jump when you're on the straight section just before the quarter pipe and land to the right like I do. If you do, this gives you a good lineup for this quarter pipe here to make sure that you always special level out to the right. That being said, you do also actually have to make sure you don't special level out too close to the corner. If you go too far right and you're too close to the corner, you'll actually land on the surface above the quarter pipe next to the tree, and it can be very difficult to time your manual out of that and actually get back into your loop. Here though, I've got my base score well over 100,000, so I get into my lip stall as best as I can. I then pull some tricks, revert out of it, and then get into my manual and finish off with some rail flips. Now, at the moment, this combo is pretty huge with over 120,000 base score and my multiplier now over 110, and I actually land that for 13.9 million. I have about 20 seconds left, which is plenty of time to start a second combo. There is still a couple of things that I need to point out. The first one being the tombstones up this far end. When you special level out, you are actually grinding on top of the multiple sets of tombstones. If you don't hold triangle, you won't grind all of them and you'll drop the combo. Here, I accidentally special level out to the left, and that means I have to readjust my angle here to make sure I special level out to the right. This is why I do this very particular route and make sure I'm going clockwise, because if I come from this direction, I have a very good angle to make sure I special level out to the right. If I don't, I'll special level out to the left and then I'll have to try and save the combo with my wall plant. At this stage of the combo and of the run entirely, I am actually getting quite tired. You can see I'm missing quite a lot of my special air tricks. I'm hitting buttons, but the right combinations just aren't going in anymore. I do manage to get another couple of indie front flips and back flips, and even another 900. However, when I do the 900 right here, I end up with a really slow grind off the back of it, and decide that this is the time to try and finish the combo. I get into a manual, but realise that I'm not going to have enough speed to get up into a lip stall, so I just switch into my rails and start doing my rail flips to finish off the combo. While I did miss quite a lot of my air tricks, I still have a very good base score of over 77,000. I'll land this combo for just over 8 million, which means I finished the level with 22 million and 72,000 points. This is definitely a very technical route. Even though it looks very simple, there are some nuances which I have covered. Just make sure you are special leveling out to the right the entire time and you shouldn't have any issues. I do hope you found this video informative and helpful. If you have, then please leave a like and a comment sharing how you got on with the challenge. Also, please consider subscribing to become a friend and to stay up to date with me and all my future Tony Hawk's 3 and 4 content. I'd just like to say thank you for watching, friends. Stay awesome. Bye!